Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to give my final review on all the activities, food and services of my whole cruise trip. Speaking of different activities, definitely the cruise is like a big, gigantic castle that provides activities all time around and for people of all age group. They have dedicated pools and sauna for the kids, and they have corresponding counterparts for adults. That little swing is a nice one because that's facing directly to the waterfront view. There is a bar behind it and a restaurant close by. This is a main outdoor pool that both kids and adults can access. People can play water volleyball here. In the meanwhile, they can watch the World Cup football game here. This is a sauna pool that people can enjoy here even in the cold weather. There are musicals and shows available for you to watch in the theater at the selected time frame. One of the thrilling activities here is called the flow rider surfing. That is so popular and so difficult to reserve. Most of the time, I see the entire families just jump in the same pool or the sauna pool at the same time because the kids love the water activities. They can play by themselves and the adults can take a break. Babies can play here. Movies are available here 6 p.m. every day. This is a rock climbing area that's on the top deck near the big gigantic giraffe. That's basically first come first serve. You don't have to reserve it. This spherical guy here is called the North Star. Basically, it looks like a Ferris wheel, and it can be risen to a higher point to give the tourist a better vision. Again, this is another popular activity that's hard to reserve. Every time, only 10 people can go in there, and the whole up and down process takes about 20 minutes. From the back, you can actually see how the North Star is moving down. Another popular activity is called iFly. In order to participate, you have to attend the training by the instructor for 10-15 minutes, and then you have to be fully geared up from the head to the toe. Here's my picture taken during iFly. It's actually my first time in the flying simulator. It's such a cool experience that at the end of the trip, we actually spent approximately $100 to buy those photos. There are a lot of indoor activities here as well. What you're seeing here is ice skating, available at certain days and time frames.
First, next to the doghouse, by showing your reservation, and then you can go to collect the skates.
There are bumper cars available at certain period of time as well. Another popular activity, so a lot of people wait in line, but luckily there's a big screen to show the World Cup. Within this same place, you can actually have the options of football, basketball, table tennis, and there is a specific room for the video games. Nearby, there's another game room which kids love as well, but you have to spend extra money in here. Hot dog is available nearby. There are dancing classes and auctions on art pieces. The Royal Theatre is for the shows and musicals. It's usually full of people and audience, so I usually wear my mask inside. There are several duty-free stores available on the cruise. The items for sale include the timepiece, bags, clothes, skincare products, cosmetics, fragrance, etc. What I found here is that a lot of the luxury bags and the higher-end timepiece, including the Rolex, those are pre-owned or second-hand, if you will. So I'm not very interested in the used item per se. So I didn't buy anything here. There's a dessert stop and a pizza shop nearby. On the same deck, I think there is a casino, but there are too many smokers there that I simply cannot tolerate, so that's why we're trying to avoid there. It's a dancing floor with a bar. On certain days and times, they have the wine and other jewelry for sale here as well. Holiday decorations is a plus. A lot of people are taking pictures. Spa is available on the cruise, but at a very high cost, almost triple of the price that you can find on the land.
Yeah, I'm trying to get some.
When we are approaching New York, the weather becomes very gloomy and drizzling, so it's a little bit windy and cold outside.
The next one, I'm
French
English.
class
Do
and
we have people
trivia,
from
so a
UK
lot
here?
of activities for the adults.
No? I see you recording me because you have your flashlight.
There is a dedicated club for the younger teenagers to get together. And there is also a daycare center for the younger toddlers to play together. Staff can watch your kids for free for a long time. It's interesting that there is a bar with robots in it, and based on your order, they can actually serve as a bartender for your alcoholic drinks. For the alcohol lovers, there is a package on the cruise that I think costs more than $100 per person. That's for the access to all the alcohols. But then there's a separate package for those who only drink, for example, the bottled water or the specialty coffee like latte and cappuccino. So these are different packages and options, and obviously the cost is different. But overall, I think if you don't want to spend anything at all for those bottled water, coffee, or drinks, you can actually just take 12 bottled water with you. I think the staff here really did a good job in keeping our house clean and tidy. And he's here pretty much 2 to 3 times a day. I see him working all the time. Besides the routine cleaning, he did several innovative towel folding into different animal shapes to really entertain my kids. It's noteworthy that during the cruise trip, a lot of times our device doesn't have the cellular signal. So in order to stay connected to the rest of the world, we pay the extra price to get the Wi-Fi to our cell phones. I think it's approximately $170 for 2 devices. but the Wi-Fi speed is so slow, and a lot of times it just got disconnected. So I don't think that money is actually worth the service. Speaking of the food quality and the restaurant here, I think usually it's mediocre or generally okay here, so we really don't want to spend any more on the extra package on the specialty restaurant. So we usually finish our meals here in this main buffet called Windjammer and another main dining area. I like this gingerbread house, which gives us all the holiday and Christmas vibes. I think generally the food here is probably serving the purpose of filling your stomach. But generally speaking, it has a better look than the taste. So given the quality here, I guess we don't really want to overspend on the food package and then try out other specialty restaurant out of the pocket in additional cost. This is my husband's favorite dish, the lamb chop. This is my favorite dish, which is the pan-seared salmon. So overall, for this whole cruise trip, we spent approximately $2,200 US to cover the expense, the insurance, the Wi-Fi fee for all three of us, and there's a photo cost for the iFly experience. I would say this, as a first timer in cruise, I would say generally this $2,200 is worth it. Especially I like the room service, and I like the view from the balcony and all of the activities and the excursion. Probably the only thing that I don't feel worth it is the Wi-Fi package. And I wouldn't advise spending or overspending more on the extra package for the specialty restaurant. But I think for those alcoholic drinkers, they probably want to spend extra on that drink package. But otherwise, we take our own bottled water, and I think that's serving the whole trip pretty well. We pretty much have some extra left over when we get off the cruise. That's it for my whole cruise trip. I hope you find my vlog useful, and I hope you enjoy virtual traveling with me as well. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.